Good morning. You are listening to UpReach. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then he will sit on the throne of his glory. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them one from another, as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. And he will set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then the king will say to those on his right hand, "Come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me." Then the righteous will answer him, saying, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? When did we see you a stranger and take you in, or naked and clothe you? Or when did we see you sick or in prison and come to you?" And the king will answer and say to them, "Assuredly I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to one of the least of these my brethren, you did it to me." Then he will also say to those on the left hand, "Depart from me, you cursed, into the everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me no food. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you did not take me in, naked, and you did not clothe me, sick and in prison, and you did not visit me." Then they also will answer him, saying, "Lord, when did we see you hungry, or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister to you?" Then he will answer them, saying, "Assuredly I say to you, inasmuch as you did not do it to one of the least of these, you did not do it to me. And these will go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into eternal life." Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 through 46. No one can love God without loving his fellow men. If he says he does, then he does not know what loving God means. This is why what is often referred to as the social gospel is never to be seen as an addendum to Christianity, but is always to be at the very center of the practice of Christianity. If we believe that God is sufficiently concerned with humanity to take humanity upon himself, then we must also believe that God is concerned that men and women should have decent conditions in which to live. It is blindness to think that we can meet Christ in our worship if we comfortably forget that he said that what we do and do not do to our fellow men is done and not done to him. Here is something that Studdert Kennedy himself sees with vivid intensity. He has no time for those whose religion consists in participating in worship and in long prayers and so forth and so on. It is in fact therein that he sees a weakness of the church. We are calling people to services, he says, when what they need is the call to service. In his book, The Word and the Work, he says, nobody worries about Christ as long as he can be kept shut up in church buildings. He is quite safe there. But there is always trouble if you try to let him out. What about you today? Are you sometimes guilty of leaving Jesus shut up in the church building where you worship, thus failing to take a conscious awareness of his presence with you to your workplace, classroom, or neighborhood? Are you, in the Spirit of Christ, seeking to be aware of and willing to meet the needs of those around you? Has there ever been a time when Jesus Christ was more thoroughly shut up in the church than he is today? This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.
Everybody born of God overcomes the world. 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 You gotta have faith to walk on water, faith to light your way, faith to guide your footsteps each and every day, faith that can move mountains.